What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're starting out the video already inside the photo shoot location that I'll be shooting in today. I rented out a pier space with all these different rooms, and right now I'm in this sort of like infinity mirror room where you can change up all the colors and the lighting. It also has like a checkered arch room, a really cool room with this red carpet and this awesome ceiling, and another room with this couch and some windows. So it gives a lot of variety, especially because you're able to be in full control of the colors and the light. With me today I have my Nikon Z9, I have my 24-70 f2.8 lens, and then on here is just my Profoto Connect because I'm gonna be using my flash as well today. So yeah, I'm just waiting on the model, but let me show you around this space. And what's really cool, like I said, is you can change up all the colors. So this is scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you can also be in control of this back color with this little remote here. So if we just walk up to it, we can change up the color there. Okay, now we're entering the other space. This is that kind of checkered archway, and you can change up the lighting here or also in here as well. And I think just this arch could be really cool for a photo. Right next to it is this other room. This is the one with the red carpet, this really cool ceiling, and then moving on, this room with the couch. Not as excited about this one, but I'll probably get a photo. And over here is where you can control all the lights. So they're set in different groups, and all you have to do is just like tap it and the lights can completely change. Over here we have all of the clothes we want the model wearing. We have some sneakers, some really cool glasses, and yeah, we're ready to go. So I started off the shoot in the room with the red carpet and the gridlet ceiling. I took some test shots with different lighting combinations, but was actually kind of struggling on what to choose. So what I ended up doing was going with a red overhead light and then lighting my subject with the Profoto A2. I decided to use a flash here because this is what it looked like without it. I wanted to get the grid lights in the background, and with that there wasn't enough foreground light lighting my model, and also too with the red carpet it was just kind of not bouncing any light off from the ceiling, so everything was just kind of overpowering him in a way. So the flash really came in handy, and this flash is literally the best. You can magnetically attach different modifiers onto it. So what I did was attached a click dome onto mine, so depending on where I held it, it casted a really nice, soft, but also really directional light onto my model, and it was kind of exactly what I was looking for. I feel like I always get a little bit stressed when the lighting isn't looking how I imagined, but I always just try to like take a step back, breathe, you know, rework some things, add some lights, take away some lights. It always feels like a little puzzle, but then once you solve it, it is literally the best feeling. So once I figured it all out and got everything just how I wanted it, I just started to shoot away. The only thing I changed from there was the lenses I was using. Like I said earlier, I'm using my Nikon Z9 here, and then I combined that with my fisheye Nikkor 8-15mm f3.5 to 4.5 lens, and then I also use my 24-70 f2.8 lens for the rest of the photos. Next, we moved on to that really cool mirror stage that I did the intro in. And this one I was super excited for because of all the different color scenes and scenarios you can change it to. But of course, I literally didn't end up doing that. I just kept it on this sort of cool toned icy colorway, and then I had that pop of red in the backdrop. And the lighting in here felt quite literally like the direct opposite of the other room we were just in, because this time the model's main light source was coming from the ground and I didn't have to deal with that backlight from the ceiling. So it was actually a lot easier to work with, and I didn't need to add in any additional lights. I actually did test out what it would look like with the flash, and it just was not working at all. It was like sort of reflecting off the mirrors and just looked really unflattering in here, so I just kept things as they were. And because everything was working, I didn't want to mess that up, so I just left it as is and then shot with those two same lenses once again. I feel like the fisheye ones in here looked especially cool because you could just see the whole stage. Is that tile room with the archway, and I set the overhead lights to a pink at first, which I was loving, but then I moved it on over to a blue, and I brought out a flash once again for these, but this time I added a click Fresnel, and the Fresnel attachment creates a really nice concentrated beam of light with a lot of dramatic fall off, so it almost gives the look of a spotlight without having those really harsh edges. I've definitely shot with a spotlight effect, but only with continuous lights, so it was really cool playing around with this. This was actually a pretty quick shoot. I only rented the space for like 2 hours, so I was working pretty fast, got what I needed, and then moved on to the last scenario. And that last one was in this room with the couch and the windows, and I feel like the set design could have been better. Honestly, I feel like I wasn't completely obsessed with this, and that's why I left it for last, just in case we didn't have time. But I feel like this room just made me get more creative because I really wanted to have an awesome outcome. So what I did was put the flash on the other side of that window and let it shine through those curtains. And I actually really did love how they turned out. All right, and that was the shoot. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm back home in New York now. That shoot was actually in LA. And if you're interested in this space, I'll definitely be leaving it down below. And also let's talk below what your dream location would be to shoot at, because for me, the list can go on, but I can check off those 4 stages as something that was definitely on my bucket list. Give this video a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you.